So it's going to be like one of the most iconic photos in Ohio State history. You scoring against Michigan, just that iconic look of you jumping in midair with your arms to your side. Just talk about that and how much that meant to you.
That moment, that was a special moment for me, for the team, for Buckeye Nation, just everybody that's been riding with us from the beginning. I felt that was a very special moment. I really didn't know what to think, what to do when I got in the end zone, but to just spread my arms and just know that I was happy and that we got the win.
Hey, Curtis, are you going to put that poster in your room?
Yeah.
Like, are you going to get a picture, do anything with it, and put it in your house?
Oh yeah, definitely. Whenever I'm gonna ask my mom, and she probably do it for me.
George, you wanted to do something, though. You felt that gleeful, right, or that happy?
What you mean?
I mean, you were that happy crossing the goal line. You had to do something.
I didn't know what to do. I look back on it. I could have did so many things to show how happy I was, but I mean, I don't know about that.
Once the game was over,
I'm not gonna say that, but it was a bunch of things that went through my head after the fact.
What's the pace like 25 days away? What are you guys doing?
Oh, we back to grind. We back to doing what we do. We know we got a couple of days to prepare, so we gotta get our body right. We gotta go back to the things that we probably lacked throughout the season because we just things move so fast during the season. So we gotta revert back to our fundamental skills and just being able to catch the ball, block, and we just got to go back to the little things.
How much did you personally need a little bit of a break, though, Curtis? I mean, that many games, you had a lot of wear and tear. I mean, how much did you need a break?
I'm not gonna just say me. I personally need a break because I'm not gonna just be the one taking a break while my guys out there grinding. I'm not the type of guy. If they out there, I'm gonna be out there with them. But I feel like the whole team, the team as a whole, even the guys that don't play in the game, I feel like they put in so much work at practice that they need a break too. So I feel like everybody need the even amount of break.
At the end of a season though, like that, what is sore? I mean, what have you lost weight? I mean, what all are you dealing with at the end of a 12-game grind like that?
I mean, your body is a little sore, so you just fighting through little small pains. I'm happy enough that I have no major injuries, so that's a good thing for the season with no major injuries. But it's just time, like you said, we got 25 days. It's time to get my body right, just work on the little things.
Curtis, you have you're not preparing for a game. I guess like the week between Michigan and the Big Ten Championship, you're not preparing for a game. Do you take any time to reflect on like your season? You're the only guy in America with 800 receiving yards and 700 rushing yards. Like, do you think about that kind of thing now that you have a little bit of time to reflect? Or?
No, I didn't think about that at all. After the season was over, first thing I thought about was what our playoff hopes was like. And when I seen we was in, I didn't think about myself at all. I thought about the team and just how we gonna get better to win in 25 days.
Curtis, you mentioned the fundamentals. How much are you guys working on getting that connection between some of the receivers and JT?
Oh, we doing that a lot at practice, whether it's when we all come together as a team or whether we by ourselves, just us and the quarterbacks. Before practice actually start, us and the receivers and the quarterbacks, we try to throw the ball a little bit before we get some chemistry going, so the quarterbacks can know where we're going to be at, so we can know where the quarterbacks expect us to be. So we just do those little things, try to get that connection and chemistry.
JT mentioned that he said that there's a few things that he could improve on. What do you think that maybe some of the receivers could improve on looking back at the season?
I feel like we did a good job with blocking so far. I feel like we got to keep that up. Also, just making the plays outside the cylinder. Whether it's somebody named JT Face or it's just a bad ball, whatever it is, the receiver. We just feel like we got to make plays on those types of balls. We recruited well enough to make those type of plays, and I feel like we just got to make those.
Are you surprised that you were the leading receiver on this team at the end of the regular season? I mean, going into the year, did you think that would be part of your resume?
No, I actually didn't expect to have this many receiving yards. I thought I have less receiving yards and more rushing yards.
Yeah.
I thought coming into the season, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be where I'm at.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Curtis, with the season that you had, I'd imagine you have a decision on your hands at the end of the bowl games.
Right.
Do you know how you're going to go about handling that, just as far as you have a lot on your plate already and then a potentially life-altering decision?
I'm not really worried about that right now. I'm just worried about this game coming up. At the end of the season, I'll worry about that later on, but that's not really my main focus right now.
Fans want to know about it though. Is there a chance you'll come back? Just what would you say to fans that want to know?
Like I said, I'm not really sure yet. I'm not really focused on that yet. whenever the season is done with, that's when I take time to think about what I'm gonna do.
I mean, just as far as handling it, is there anything you've learned from like Zeke going through it or Joey going through it that you can see, hey, this is how I balance making a decision with the workload I have on the football field?
I just feel like you can listen to some stuff from your family, but just basically make the decision off a type group of people. Feel like what's best for yourself. Really look into it. Don't just think about the money or whatever. Just think about how would that benefit you or benefit your family, the team, whatever. I feel like more stuff come into play when you think about leaving.
Curtis, JT was talking about what he wants to improve on in terms of like ball placement and fitting balls into tight windows, and I think he said before early in the season now he's kind of hesitant to fit a ball in if he thinks it might get tipped or something like that. Just as a receiver, do you tell him like throw the ball, like I'm gonna pick you up, we pick each other up, don't be afraid to make what might be a risky throw if you think you're open, you'll catch it? I
mean, the main thing I tell him and a bunch of receivers tell him is we got your back. I mean, if you're gonna throw the ball, we're gonna go get it. We're not gonna let nobody else come down with the ball. So if you feel like you want to throw the ball, we got your back. So we're gonna help you out.
Is this the time of year that maybe you need to take, the offense as a whole needs to take maybe some more risks throwing the ball? If it's a 50-50 situation, you lose a play, you can lose a game and your season's over. Do you maybe take more risks doing it that way?
I want to say take a risk. I mean, we got here doing what we do, so I mean, no need to change up. Just keep doing what we got to do. But I want to say take risks because I mean that could put you in a bad situation. But just do what's best for the team and make the best decision out there.